Okay, today is November the 9th, 2020, Monday morning, and currently we have 53 degrees here in the foothills at 10 a.m., and the pressure has risen. We're back up at 30 inches. This is the system here that came down and dropped a little bit of rain. It's been completely manipulated with satellite transmitters. We can see the high pressure all around this area. We've got jet stream flow, which is completely evaporated around this storm system. This is really not a storm, but it's just a low pressure area. Down here we do have a storm. This is just going to be a very short update. This is a tropical storm Eta with 60 mile per hour winds. Let's go ahead and take a look at the hurricane map. National Hurricane Center. This is Eta with 50 mile per hour winds, central pressure of 995 millibar, and it's moving southwest at 16 miles per hour. And we'll show you what's happening here with Eta. So watch what happens here. This storm was moving out into the Atlantic right about here, and they hit that with a satellite transmitter, and then suddenly we see high pressure installed right on the east side of this storm right here. And that's going to push this storm back into the Gulf of Mexico, which still has plenty of warm water on tap. And we can see that happening here. Watch this. We see the high pressure go in. First the center of the storm is targeted. We can see that hole there where they hit the vortex, the area that was beginning to spin. And now they're pushing it back into the Gulf of Mexico, where it can have some time to rebuild. And then, according to the National Hurricane Center map, if we click on this, we see that the schedule is for this storm to basically do a U-turn. It's heading southwest, and it will make a turn and head right back up towards Florida by Thursday, Friday, Saturday timetable. And it looks like it's going to just creep along very slowly, so it'll have plenty of time to intensify. We'll have to see what happens. It's listed as a tropical storm all the way until it hits Florida, but things can change, as we know. So there it is. There's your evidence of weather manipulation. This is a satellite transmitter generating high pressure. We see the dry air behind this tropical storm, which is pushing it back into the Gulf. This was heading out into the Atlantic. You can see the general flow pattern. If you take a look at the Doppler radar, we can see the center of that system right here. And we see a lot of thunderstorm activity there on the southeastern side of Florida, particularly Sarasota, Florida. A lot of thunderstorms developing there. Okay, so that is the report. Our loop is stopped. Okay, there it is. So that is about as good as evidence as you're ever going to see of manipulation of a tropical storm or a hurricane. You'll never see this on the fake news, ever. This is not normal. You don't see high pressure going in adjacent to a vortex of a tropical storm on the verge of becoming a hurricane. Look at that. Okay, so meanwhile in the news, in the fake news, we've been hearing a lot of stories about the Biden transition team and all the world leaders around the world congratulating him, except for Putin. Putin's waiting. There's a few world leaders besides Putin that have not congratulated senile Joe for his alleged win. Once again, remember that the mainstream media is not, they're not the ones that determine who wins the elections in this country. As much as they'd like to believe that they have the clout and the influence, this is far from over, and I don't think that Biden, he's not going to be our president. This was stolen. This election was stolen. We all saw the the counting stopped at about, I guess it was around 10 o'clock our time here in on the Pacific Coast. Those key states all stopped counting their ballots for some reason. Well, we know why, because Trump was way ahead. Anyhow, that's all I'm going to talk about today, and we'll get another update here real soon. That's it.